Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for quarter 3 of 2024. This is for July through September. You have this porcupine spirit says time for a beginner mind. You have this chameleon spirit says act as if, and I just dropped them. So I think it's a great time for Leo to have a beginner mindset. This comes up for you a lot. And so, anything new that you can learn. I also think that really what this is saying is it's saying new situations are new situations. So what I mean by that is it's like sometimes I think in life we just, fall into these patterns where everything is always the same. And so we just expect that every new situation that we enter into is basically an old situation wearing a new dress. So I feel that the reading itself is saying, no, you have entered into a new time. Things are going to be different. We're in a new earth, and now it's time to kind of embrace curiosity. I think it would be a great time for you to learn new things, explore new ideas, try new things. All that other good stuff would be very good for you. I feel like it'll lead to more stability in your life, more happiness as well, apparently, with the Ten of Cups. So, again, it is a new time, a new age of Leo. And I feel that you need to kind of either commit or embrace the energy. You have the Four of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Two of Cups. The Four of Wands could, of course, be marriage. There is love here, so if you want love, looks pretty good. But I feel like the Four of Wands is saying that it's time for Leo to step into something new. I've literally been saying this to you for weeks. I think that the old stuff that you've been doing in your life is dying, and now it's time to kind of complete things. The Four Wands is a card of completion. It's about getting to the other side of these Four Wands and celebrating with those people on the other side of the sword, or the other side of the Four Wands. Sorry, I was talking to someone like 2 seconds ago about swords for some reason, so that's why I said sword. But if you must know. And anyway, I think you need to get to the other side of the Four Wands here so that you can have a celebration. And, we have really good cards of abundance here. Empress, Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. Even the Six of Pentacles is a great card for growth and planting seeds. So it looks to me like Leo is kind of like letting go of their old life and stepping into a new life. I feel like it's a little bit scary for Leo, right? Because you have the Queen of Wands here. The Queen of Wands is about needing to be bold and assertive, needing to move in new directions. The thing with the Queen of Wands is she's the only Wands court card that does not have salamanders on her cloak. And it kind of represents the fact that she is not protected from fire. The salamanders in the tarot represent protection from fire. And so she has to do things without knowing whether or not it's going to work, right? So, like, let's say you've had a job. The example I always use for Leo is like you've had a job for 20 years and now you're going and looking for another job or a different job. It's like you have kind of like the protection of the old job. It's like safe, you're not going anywhere, all that other stuff. But if you get something new, it's unknown and you don't really know if you're safe or not. And, I kind of feel like that's what the Queen of Wands is saying you have to step into the unknown. Eight of Cups, which we'll talk about in just a minute, and you have to see what is on the other side of those Four Wands. Really, I think it's going to be abundance, happiness, good things, your true form, the King of Wands. If you want love, definitely divine counterparts as well, so you could be attracting a strong connection. We also have the Two of Cups, which could also be a strong connection. Two of Cups is usually a person who is different than your usual type. So this could be a person who is different in some way. And, the Two of Cups can be a person who comes from a different place, who lives, who's from like a foreign country, or, a person who was raised differently than you, or it could just be a person who's totally different than you in general. And I do feel that there could be a strong connection coming in for you if you desire to have a strong connection. So let's see what's going on here for you. And let's see. With the Four of Wands, you have the Three of Wands. Yeah, expansion. Like, what are you waiting for, right? Three of Wands, my card says, what are you waiting for? The writing is on the wall. You know that it's a time of expansion. You know that it's a time where you have to, like, learn new things and step into new experiences. And that's exactly what I would do with the Three of Wands. Like I said, I pretty much say this in every single reading for you because it's the truth. So that's why I would do it. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Magician. A Magician is a card of reinvention. He has this snake wrapped around his waist here. It's the Ouroboros, and it just represents reinventing yourself. And I do feel you go from the Queen of Wands to the King of Wands. It's like you are stepping into your highest vibration, fire energy as the King of Wands. So I do feel you're making changes. One of the changes could be taking care of yourself with the Empress. The Empress is about really kind of self-care, pampering yourself, taking care of yourself. The Ten of Pentacles could be learning new things. There are a couple ways to read the Ten of Pentacles. One is the usual way, which could represent building and leaving a legacy. It can represent inheritance. It can represent happy, kind of like happy home, happy family, kind of like the Ten of Cups as well. There's a whole entire set of generations. There's a bunch of generations here on the card of people, so it can represent, building a family. But also, it can represent hidden or secret information. And so I feel that learning or educating yourself would be a really good idea. With the Two of Cups, you have the Ten of Wands. Some of you could be walking away, you could be walking away from a past connection, heading towards your Ten of Cups. So you could finally be healing or releasing something from the past. And again, if you are doing that, I feel like if you're doing that, you've already done it. So I feel like you've already, at the time that you're watching this reading, you've already walked away. And now you're like walking towards your Ten of Cups. Apparently, you have 3 cards here. You have this Not For You card. This is coming up in the area of what's coming towards you. And I feel that anything where you're not getting your worth, I think, is not for you. You have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles says any opportunity that comes your way, love or otherwise, love, business, and spirituality and health, I feel like you need to not settle. It's like saying if something is not right, it's not right. And that's just that's it, right? Plain and simple. So sometimes I think if we're like looking for a new job and we finally, get offered a position, sometimes we'll just take it because we're like, well, it's a job and I could take it. I feel like this is really saying, though, don't settle on something that is below you. Don't settle for something that isn't right. And that's what I would pay attention to with the Six of Pentacles. You also have this New Life and this Wide card. So the New Life card I love. This lady is being lifted up on a pedestal, and so it looks to me like you are being lifted up at this time into a new life. The Wide card, there's a book on it with wings. So I feel like education or self-education, time for a beginner mind. Learning new things is going to be the thing that makes you very successful. I think that a lot of you Leos have a skill that you already have, and it just needs, like, the way you present it could be changing, or you're going to be presenting it in a different way. So I really feel there's a way for you to kind of get more out of the things that you're doing. Right now, I almost feel like you're cheating yourself in work or business, in regards to your finances. And I feel like the reading itself is saying there's probably a better way or a different way that you could use your skills that would make you more money, that would be more fair. And I do feel you're balancing out your finances. You have the Ten of Pentacles. You also have the Five of Pentacles, but the Five of Pentacles is showing up in the good stuff. So that tells me that you are correcting your finances, or or maybe you're just valuing yourself more. The Empress values herself above everything else, right? So the Empress is really about valuing what you bring to the table, or valuing what you are able to accomplish in your life. So there is something about value, but I think it's value through your own eyes. It's like how you value yourself is what she's talking about. Sure, she's the card of abundance and, all that other good stuff. I also think that if you want love, this could be a card of, getting attention. She really stands out. And so if you want love, I would just get out there. You're probably very attractive at this time, Leo. So I would get attention. That's how you could attract a person. But I really feel this is about value. You have the High Priestess. As always, I think you need to trust your intuition. I do find that Leos are very intuitive, but usually they don't listen to it. Not always true, but sometimes true, right? I have a lot of Leos in my life, and I can tell you a million stories about how each one of them has said things to me or has said things about themselves that come true in the future. So I think that Leos really, really need to listen to their intuition because it's probably telling you something, and so I would listen to that. The High Priestess is also about looking into mystery, and we see a lot of cards here. Again, the Y card, this card. Also, the Ten of Pentacles can also represent digging into a mystery or learning about something. Again, there are several ways to read the Ten of Pentacles. And one of the ways to read it is that this old man here is normally like the patriarch of the family, but he could also represent a beggar. And there's a story with the Ten of Pentacles that he is coming and bringing this family a gift, but he is a person who has nothing to give. And so what it means is that there could be information that exists that could help grow your finances or improve your love life or whatever, but it could come from an unlikely source, like a book or a YouTube video about whatever you're trying to do. And so I would study at this time. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Empress, definitely increasing your pay. Plain and simple. I definitely see more money coming in for you, but it's going to come through reinvention with the Magician. It's going to come through valuing your services or, valuing what you bring to the table in work or career. With the Empress, you have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, you have a choice. Two of Pentacles, like work hard, play hard, but it could say you're doing too much, right? And I think that focusing your work would be a really good idea with the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles can also, sometimes I feel it's a settlement, but it's like a settlement from the universe, as in the universe is bringing you a reward or a gift for all the hard work that you've been doing. With the High Priestess, you have the Five of Wands. Don't battle with your intuition. I feel that, again, your intuition is telling you things, and it could be telling you to move towards competition, right? The Five of Wands, I actually think, is a pretty good card. These people are learning, so definitely a time of learning for you, Leo. They are learning how to fight. They're using sticks. They're not using swords. But I almost feel that this is saying that you have your eye on something where there could be a lot of competition. It could be a person, it could be a business, a job, and I feel the Five of Wands is saying don't let that stop you from creating what you're going to create, because what you're going to create is probably going to be unique. The Queen of Wands. What the Queen of Wands creates is unique. She has a different perspective than anyone else on her journey, so I think you need to create. You have this Cassowary card. This is coming up in the area of messages from your future self, and it says resolute warrior spirit and defense. You have this Quail. It says refuge, nourishment, and solutions. So I feel you are discovering a lot of solutions. I feel like people see you as a warrior. I feel like people see you as a person who has just been kind of like one foot in front of the other, not giving up on things. Eight of Cups energy. Eight of Cups is walking away from things that no longer serve you, but the Eight of Cups is also one foot in front of the other. With the Quail, the nourishment thing, again, I think you need to take care of yourself, nurture yourself, all that other good stuff. You have the Eight of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. The Eight of Cups is walking away from something because it no longer serves him. He is not getting what he deserves from a situation. Six of Pentacles can represent not getting what you deserve from a situation. It's like breadcrumbing energy. But the Empress, you have the Empress twice, and the Empress clarifying the Six of Pentacles. I feel it's saying you have a good idea of exactly the energy that you bring to a situation. So if this is love or business, doesn't matter, or anything else in your life, I feel it's saying make sure that you are walking away from things that don't bring the same fire, the same value to whatever it is, and also walk towards things that can bring more value. You have the Ten of Pentacles. I do feel like there is a really good financial change coming in for you, or at least you are working towards very positive financial change. I think educating yourself is going to be your best friend. I also think that there's something that's like 10 times easier than what you're doing right now. I'm pretty sure I said this to you in a recent reading, but I really get I'm not saying that you're not going to have to work hard or anything like that, but it's almost like you're doing things the hard way. And I feel like you could be doing something like this, you're the same job, but the easy way, or like I don't think I don't think life is meant to be easy in the first place, but like 10 times easier than what you're doing right now, or just like the way you present it could be a lot easier, and you'll get a bigger bang for your buck. You'll make more money doing it a different way. So again, maybe you have to do your research to figure that out. I think YouTube is a great option, right? So there are plenty of people who do things on YouTube that really in the real world don't bring much money, but on YouTube they bring a ton of money. So that's like one example. Again, I'm not saying it has to be YouTube, but I just feel like there's a different way, or it could even be saying that you could be doing things in a bigger way, and instead of like maybe right now you're playing too small, and so it might be time for you to like level up, do things, take bigger risks. You have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords can represent lying, cheating, stealing. I do feel like some of you could be walking away from a person who was like a liar, cheater, stealer. I also feel that the Seven of Swords is talking about the way that you do things. He is stealing those swords from an army in the background, and the story of the card is that he is stealing those swords so he doesn't have to go to war. So he's doing something just in a different way. And almost every single person for the past 3 months has been getting the Seven of Swords in readings. I really feel we are in a time where the universe is trying to get people to see that there are better ways to do pretty much everything. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, finally putting the work into things that work is what I feel like saying. I feel the Eight of Pentacles can represent material success on the horizon. So whatever you're about to put work into is probably going to support you for a long time. But I also feel that you are more focused on doing what works. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the King of Wands, which you have twice right here. So you are definitely either creating a Ten of Wands, or Ten of Pentacles, sorry, or you are working towards the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is building and leaving a legacy. So you are working on building something like long-term, something that has longevity, something that will last in your life. Could be love, because we go to the Ten of Cups, but it could also just be, a business, a career, whatever you want it to be. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Four of Wands, which we have twice. So Four of Wands to the Four of Wands here. You could be meeting a new person that's loyal, that's not a cheater, that's much better, and that could lead to marriage in the future. So some of you could be getting married in the future, of course. The Four of Wands is also really a card of freedom. So learning, and we kind of talked about it here, how you need to commit to something new. And I feel that you learning to do your work in a different way or in a more efficient way is going to set you free. It's going to, probably lead to more abundance as well. You have this stability card. It says you will be very stable and very prosperous. There you go. It says make stability a top priority and commit yourself to consistency. Four of Wands twice. You have this mistakes card. It says mistakes will be made, but you'll learn from them. I feel with the Queen of Wands that you could be worried. You could be worried that you're going to make mistakes doing things, or that things aren't going to work out on your journey, but that is all just part of the learning process for the Queen of Wands. So I wouldn't be worried too much about that. You have the Ten of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. The Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty, good things coming in after a difficult period of time. It's also happy home, happy family. So if you're hoping to have a family, or if you're hoping to meet a person, this definitely could be love coming in for you. And I feel like there are going to be a lot of blessings, especially if you're attracting a new person. It's kind of weird. We don't really see a person here. Like, no one is standing out to me. It could be another fire sign, but again, I do feel a person could be coming in for you. You have the King of Wands. I think the King of Wands is saying that you are just in your nature and you're being more yourself. You're valuing yourself more with the Empress, and that will lead to more success. He is the energy of having foresight as well. So any of your futuristic ideas or any ideas for the future could be very successful for you with the King of Wands. You have the Five of Pentacles, and Five of Pentacles is normally about being left out in the cold, but showing up in the good stuff. The Five of Pentacles can represent focusing on your strengths, not your weaknesses, and so doubling down on the things that you're good at could be a very good idea with the Five of Pentacles. But let's see what's going on here. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Nine of Wands. I thought I saw something else, but Nine of Wands is a card of the Wounded Warrior. I feel it's coming up in the good stuff, so it would tell me that you're kind of like opening up, especially if you are attracting love. This would say that you are opening up to a new connection. Nine of Wands is also my card of experimentation, like throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. So I think it would be an amazing time for you to like experiment, try new things with your, in your life. With the King of Wands, you have the Six of Wands. I feel like you're finally getting the respect you deserve, is what I feel like saying here. Six of Wands, he is being celebrated for, the battle that he has been through. So it's almost like you're finally getting the respect that you deserve in life, and that's really all I get here. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Four of Pentacles. Stability, security, financial security, which seems to be a big focus for you. So I feel a lot of you are, creating more financial stability and security. I would be careful, even though it's showing up in the good stuff, I would be careful of like holding on to old ideas with the Four of Pentacles. He can be a little bit stuck in a comfort zone. And, I've been saying to you for years, Leo, that it's time to leave comfort zones. You have this generosity card. Like the roles have reversed here. I feel like you are finally receiving the generosity that you put out into the world. So you could finally be getting like rewards for all the good things that you've done, which, a lot of Leos I think are very generous and giving. And, again, if you want love, I feel you could be attracting a person who is just as generous and giving as you are. So looks like a really good connection to me. You have this speculation card. You have your eye on a person. I'm totally calling you out here, Leo. I think you have your eye on a person, or, again, take how it resonates, but you could be wondering what a person would be like, or, you could be speculating on whether or not this would be a good connection. I feel like the answer is yes. Again, I feel it's a very generous person. You have this isolation card. So it's almost like I feel like you could be pulling a person out of isolation. Again, I feel like, sure, a person could be coming into your life and pulling you out of isolation, take it how it resonates. But I almost get the feeling that you're meeting a person who has been hurt, and I don't know, maybe you pick up on it intuitively, and it's almost like you're pulling this person out of their shell, so to speak. So I don't know, I feel like this would be a very good person. I feel like this person is just trying to protect themselves. And so if you're attracting a person, they might be a little bit more reserved or withdrawn, but I don't know, I get good feelings about love here. You have this order card. I would say Eight of Pentacles, like you're doing things in order or you have a plan. And so I would stick to any plans that you're coming up with that order card. You have this Secrets card. Again, this is actually a good card. It's not like secrets as in bad secrets. This is a card of learning, and it's a card of digging into things that are secrets, 10 of Pentacles, hidden or secret information. I've been saying this to you for years because it's true. I really feel that for Leo to break out of wherever they are, they have to learn new things. They have to dig into mysteries. They have to learn new things, explore new ideas, educate themselves. I think even you should be doing things you don't think will work. Let's say you learn something from a person on YouTube about business or whatever. I would just experiment with everything, 9 of Wands, and just see what works and double down on the good stuff. That is the secret to your success there, Leo. But this looks really good. I love it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your quarter.